Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Howard. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Here we go.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 47.
Let's go. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Here we go, 47.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott got a man. It's Ross, complete. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Howard, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready. 280.
57 to Mike. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Hey, wait.
On 3rd down, Ryan. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
59, ready. Back 25. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 20. 57's mine. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing again. Ryan. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Space. Hey, Tuesday.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, this from 37. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only give up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D.
Prescott to throw it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it. 49, guys.
Throwing. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll find Moreau here. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go.
Stop your whining.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right here.
Here we go, 46.
56. It's going to be a long...
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
We're going to 54. One in.
Switch.
Under. Here we go.
56.
26.
Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Watch the eye.
Greystone, travel.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey. Down, ready, 280.
I'm here all
22. Check.
Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. Did you see how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. Now a handoff looking right. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got to step it up.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, you were just alluding to it. They had the lead. Don't try anything silly. Run the ball, but they opted to throw it incomplete.
And now the punt, as a result, is really compressed, isn't it? So the mechanics have to be perfect. Snap, and he's got to get rid of it fast.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On second down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, Jacobs. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
39. Back, get up.
Trying the right side with Howard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 at a Charger first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 57 to Mike. 54, south. No. Off.
Now they try the right side here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
There you go. 49. It's 47. Going to 53.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, they're scared. 40, 20, quick.
Here's Prescott.
You get
catch made. It's Moreau. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12. The Chargers 45-yard line. I got it.
Mike's 49.
On second and 12, Prescott, pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. Past the 20. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Ready, get ready. Get ready. Check 55 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Ready, Mike 25. Switch. 39.
On first and goal, Howard. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Got it.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Now Ryan. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will tie things up at 6-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Three down.
Kill.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go. Wait. It's our time. Undercrunch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Here we go again. 49's the mic. Watch 49. To work. Hey. Tight go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen.
To throw is Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Prescott from the gun on 3rd, eluding the pressure right. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. But he breaks through another tackle. Oh, he breaks another. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The tackle there by Breanne Body Calhoun.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 29, Prescott out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And he'll be upended at the 33. Following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Gain on the play. Brings up third down.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Squeeze. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Bailey from the gun. He'll throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. 9 yards that time.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Prescott now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
1st down, Prescott is caught by Funchess. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Joey Bosa in on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a carry for Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Prescott to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Let's go, baby.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ryan to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 27.
He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.